You must be thinking about making a move to Kearney, Missouri. Well, today is your lucky day as you're out on the internet searching around trying to find out info about Kearney, and I have put together a vlog video to show you 3 different homes at 3 different price ranges and all around Kearney, and show you exactly what makes Kearney an amazing place to live. Hi, I'm Max Jones. I'm with the Mojo team, and we are living in Kansas City. My partner Zach and I have been in business for over 20 years, and we work with about 250 people just like you per year, helping them move to the Kansas City area and within the Kansas City area. And we love it, but don't take our word for it. You can hop on Google and check out our reviews online. We have over 600 reviews online from clients, and you can see what they have to say about their experience working with us. So I'm going to take you around Kearney. Actually, I am in Kearney right now. We've pulled up to our first neighborhood. We're in Regency Park, and Regency Park is kind of your entry-level price point subdivision for Kearney. So it's a little kind of a suburb subdivision in Kearney, and one of the things that makes Kearney a great place to live, or one of the draws for people that live down in the Kansas City metro, they move to Kearney to get kind of out into the country, so to speak. So we're not in the country. It doesn't feel like that to me. We're in a little subdivision, but as you do your research, you can find that there are a lot of acreage properties in Kearney. But here in Regency Park, that is not the case. We're in a little subdivision, so I'm gonna hop out of the car, I'm gonna walk down the street and show you the first house on the tour, and let's go. Okay, here we are in Regency Park in Kearney, Missouri, and nice little subdivision with sidewalks, and this house is asking $294,000, or actually it's $284, down from $294, which is kind of on the high side for the subdivision, if I'm being honest. I think, mid twos is probably a little more like it. But it's up here on the right, and we're going to walk by. It's been on the market for 24 days, so they have made a price reduction. At $284,000, it's 1819 square feet, 1,819 square feet, which puts it at about $163 a square foot. And it's this house right here behind us here. You can have a look. It looks like it could kind of use a paint job. But it's a 4-bedroom house, 3-bathroom, 2-car garage, and it was built in 1994. Fairly updated, pretty nice. The neighbors aren't doing them any favors with the dandelions. But all in all, a nice little subdivision. Again, I think it's probably a hair overpriced. But some sellers will do that. It's up to the seller to price their home along with the listing agent. It's not an exact science. It's really, we tell our clients that all the time. It's more of an art form to price a home. And so we'll have to keep an eye on this one and see where it ultimately sells. But that's one of the things, if you reach out to us, we'll be happy to do is pull comps, comparable sales for the subdivision, and give you an idea on price. We can really advise you on, hey, these guys are a little priced high, or this is a smoking deal. So you can lean on us for that. But yep, we're here in Regency Park. Nice little street on Patricia Drive, and pretty quiet really for a Friday afternoon. So we're gonna head on back to the truck across the street without getting hit by a car here. We're gonna head on back to the truck, and we are gonna go to our second home on the tour, which bumps up in price range from this mid 200s range subdivision to $480,000 subdivision. So it'll be a pretty big step up, but we'll show you 3 homes in Kearney and show you what Kearney has to offer. All right, let's head that way. Okay, here we are at our second home on the Kearney, Missouri vlog tour. And we are in a subdivision called Brooke Haven. And I'll just turn around here. We're at the end of a cul-de-sac, so you can kind of see where we're at. Brooke Haven is a Robertson construction subdivision. And Robertson construction is pretty well known throughout the Clay County area, where we're at here in Kearney and down in Liberty. And so this is a little subdivision that he's developed, and we're looking at a house across the street. I'll kind of walk over here. It's right across from me here. I'll show it to you in a second. But it is a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 3-car, and it's 2,500 square feet. And that is no finish in the basement. So that puts it at $192 a square foot. They've been on the market 46 days, and it was just built in 2021. So I actually sold the house just down the street, but I'll turn around here, try and get out of the sun. Turn around and show you the house. Really nice 2-story home with all the bedrooms upstairs. When you have all the bedrooms upstairs out of the way, it's nice because it gives you a nice open level main floor with the kitchen. They've got a covered deck on the back that's really pretty. Backs to green space. So they might be a hair overpriced as well. Well, 'cause just in this market, everything's selling pretty quick. So to be on the market 46 days. But in a neighborhood like this, a lot of times you're competing against the new construction in the neighborhood. The home that we were at just previously, and the first home on the tour, they're not building houses in the 250s any longer. So, but here in the, pushing 500,000, you could potentially get a brand new one and pick out all the paint and all the granite and tile and make all the selections yourself. So that's one of the things that people run into when they buy a new house and then want to move 2 years later. But it is a really nice area here. I'm gonna turn around so you can see. It looks like there's a few lots here next to my truck. So if you wanted to build a new one at the end of the cul-de-sac here, you could. So we are going to head to the third home on the vlog tour. I'm gonna stop by the Kearney High School on the way there and fly the drone up and show you. They have this cool little skate park, really nice football field. Kearney High School has all the sports you could ever want, all the academics you need, high school or college credit courses and all that stuff. So it is a really well-desired school. And so I'll stop by there, show you Kearney High School, and then I'm gonna show you my favorite thing, probably after the third home on the tour is a doozy. It's over $2 million, so it is an amazing property in one of my favorite subdivisions, and then it's right next to my favorite thing about Kearney. So I'll take you there, and let's go now. Okay, we've made it. We've made it to our third home on the Kearney, Missouri vlog tour. And we're here in Holmes Creek, which is one of my favorite subdivisions in Kearney. It's on the south side of Kearney, so it almost feels like Liberty, but it's Kearney Schools, Kearney address, and it is a subdivision of estate-sized lots. So you've got, this one that we're looking at is up here on the left, and it has an 80,000 square foot lot. So I don't know if that's right around an acre. I should know how many square feet are in an acre, but they're about 1 acre, acre and a half lots. And the one that we're looking at is it's something else. It says on the listing that it's a 15-car garage. So walking by here. It's got a tile roof. It is just, it's a Cape Cod style home. It's beautiful inside. I mean, it is just like a hotel style master bathroom, chef's kitchen. It is gorgeous. So I'm just gonna keep walking. You'll see it here on the left as we walk by. But it is asking $2,245,000, down from $2,395. So they've made about $100,000 price reduction. It's been on the market for 55 days. It is just shy of 10,000 square feet. So that breaks down to right around $250 a square foot, which for the quality of construction isn't out of line. It's just there's not a ton of buyers in that price range that want to be in Kearney. You know, maybe down by the plaza and Mission Hills. So this is it behind us. And it is just, it's gorgeous. It is a 6-bedroom, 9-bath, and 10,000 square feet. So I'll keep walking around here. This subdivision isn't full of $2 million homes. This is probably one of the bigger, more impressive homes in the subdivision, but it does have homes in the 800, 1.2 range, I would say is probably the median price point for the subdivision. You're not gonna really find anything under 650 in here with one of the smaller homes. It is a pretty unique subdivision in that it has its own septic system that is for all of the neighbors. So they don't have, a lot of times in Kearney you'll have individual septic systems for homes, but this one is kind of like a co-op septic treatment facility for every home in the subdivision. And we're walking around. It has a huge circle driveway that goes right around the front. It's just so pretty. But yeah, this is one of my favorite subdivisions, and it has my #1 favorite thing about Kearney, and I'll take you there real soon. It is a beautiful covered bridge. It's an amazing covered bridge, and I think one of just a couple covered bridges in the state of Missouri. And it is so picturesque. In fact, a lot of people will have their family photos or their senior pictures taken there just because it's so iconic and beautiful. So let's head there now and go check out the #1 thing about Kearney. Okay, so here we are at the covered bridge, and I don't know why it's my favorite thing, but I just love it. I think it's the entrance to the neighborhood, and so, you know, every time you come into the subdivision, you go over this covered bridge. It's got a little walkway on the side. I'll walk over the bridge here, but it reminds me of you know, the old world, and you know, it really does feel like being in the country, even though you're in a fancy subdivision in Kearney. Most people that move to Kearney aren't moving to Kearney for the subdivisions that I've taken you through today. They are, you know, some people do, but a lot of people are trying to move out here to have a place to keep their toys. So you can kind of see up on the, I'll point out here, you can kind of see up on the hill there is a Morton building. And so a lot of people, they want to have you know, stretch out and have their four-wheelers and their boats and their gators and all the toys that people like to have, and a place to keep them. And so that's what a lot of people are moving out to Kearney for, is to get a little bit of land and where they can shoot their guns and, you know, have a pond and go fishing, and you know, just a wholesome place to raise kids and get out of all the hustle and bustle and subdivision lifestyle. So I'm gonna turn the camera around and show you the bridge one more time, and then I'm gonna take you back to the car and give you some fun facts about Kearney that you'll definitely want to know if you're considering a move to Kearney, Missouri. Okay, so facts about Kearney while we're finishing up here. Things that you definitely want to know if you're considering to move to Kearney is it's not a huge area, 13.34 square miles. It's in Clay County, just on the northeast corner of the Kansas City metro area. And a population of 10,500 people. It was established in 1856 and then officially incorporated in 1869. So got a little age to old Kearney. In fact, a lot of people that are from out of town call it Kearney. So don't make that mistake. It's Kearney, even though it's spelled how it sounds. But it is the birthplace of old Jesse James, that outlaw, the famous outlaw that wreaked some havoc back in the day, robbing banks and whatnot. And the Charles E. Kearney, or Kearney, was the president of the railroad, which now operates as Burlington Northern and Santa Fe Railway. So a huge railroad in the area. Some of my friends work for Burlington Northern to this day. So, but he, I believe he founded the town, and that's why it's named after him. Entertainment in the area, there's Merrimack Golf Complex. They have a really cool skate park out by the high school. As far as entertainment goes, not a ton of entertainment really. I would say most people are going down to Liberty if they, at the very least, are heading into town if they really want to be entertained. But they have some cool stuff. They have a Lions Park, splash pad, little fountains to take the kids. And one place that we really like to take our kids is the pumpkin patch, the Fun Farm pumpkin patch during Halloween time. They have tons of games, and you can rent a fire pit and buy all your pumpkins and gourds and stuff like that. So definitely would say that's on the tops of the list for entertainment. Median income for the area is $92,000 a year. Sales tax is 8.49%. Their property tax is 14 cents per $100. So not awful. Relative to some of the other areas we've discussed on the channel. Restaurants, there's a few restaurants. You got Stables Grill and Fat Boys, which I probably eat at a little too often. I could be accused of being a fat boy from time to time. But shopping options are pretty limited. It's a country town. I mean, there's one strip through there and not much else. So you've got Price Chopper for your groceries and Ace Hardware, I believe, but there's no Home Depot. There's no big box stores. It's kind of a country vibe to it. Median housing price for Kearney is $219,000, and median rent is $1,017 a month. But very few people rent. Only 23% of people in Kearney are renting. 77% own their property. And the public schools are the largest employer in Kearney at 575 people. So the public school system is phenomenal. You got basically Kearney has the high school, one middle school, one junior high, and 4 elementary schools. And some people actually, the schools are very highly rated, right on par with Liberty and Park Hill for the Northland. So, people will, I know people that move to the area for the schools, for their kids, so they can get out in the country a little bit, get their couple acres, get their outbuilding, and still have great schools to send the kids to. Because if you get out a little further into Lathrop and Holt and Plattsburgh, you get the acreage and the country aspect, but the schools aren't as highly rated and don't offer as many sports and college credit courses and that sort of thing. So all in all, I mean, if you're looking to be next to the metro yet have that country feel with some acreage, Kearney is one of the best places in the Kansas City metro area. Definitely for the Northland, I think it's probably the best. It's up there with, Platte City's a little more of it's a little bigger town than Kearney and a little more well-traveled. But I'll show you on the map video if you want to learn more about Kearney. tune into the map video. This is not intended to be a all-inclusive, totally comprehensive video about Kearney. Really, it's just a taste test and introduction to Kearney. So if you live in Kearney and you think I forgot about something, put it in the comments below. Or if you want to know more about Kearney, please comment. You can go down into the description below. There's a place to contact us. You can either comment or you can email us or call us. We would love to hear from you. We would love to help you with your move, or if you're just fact finding and you're not moving to Kearney, but you want to reach out to us anyway, we want to be a resource for you. We know all the best people in town to work with. So if you just need a recommendation for a contractor, we would love to hear from you for that. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next one.